Okay, hey, we're back here. This is the Fly for Life Expo, and I'm Luke Flywalker, and we're here at the Fly for Life Museum with our Relay for Life 2023 season leads, Gem and Selene. And thank you, ladies, for joining me here today. And I hope you're doing well.
It's our pleasure.
I know you are very, very busy, so I really do appreciate your time here. And just so you know that I'm doing a video of this, and we'll put it up on my YouTube channel, SL Aviation Network, and as well as we're streaming live right now over MTFB Radio. So just so you know, not to make you nervous or anything, but I know you are seasoned veterans.
It takes
and
a lot more than that to make me nervous after everything.
Oh, yeah. So just have some questions, and then we can have, wherever it leads us, we can have a general chat. And I know you're busy, so I won't try to hold you too long. We did just finish a very fantastic show there with Alchemelic and their particle and original music, and my mind was a little bit blown, and it took me a couple of minutes to get my composure back to do this show. And I know you are busy over there with the other relay event, the relay stock, so that's good. And lots of stuff going on, right?
There is a lot of stuff going on, which is fantastic.
That's what you want. So we have a fairly full schedule here, and we have a big air show coming up here on the 21st. We have 7 aerobatic teams that'll be participating here on Sunday, the 21st, beginning at 8:30 a.m., and it'll run about 5 or 6 hours. We're really pushing them to keep the thing moving, and each team will have about 30 minutes to perform. And we have a vintage airplane flyover, and the Legion Fire team will have some involvement here with the whole thing. So basically, we've brought 8 teams together here that. They were already groups and been operating together for a number of years, and now they've come together to form this team, Fly for Life. And I've just been, it's blowing my mind to see what they've done here.
Well, I think it's wonderful that you brought 8 different groups together, one community into a relay team. That's community building at its finest.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do with this community in future years.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. And, I was talking with one of the members earlier this morning, and she told me she saw a dynamic happening here. And I said, yeah, I saw it too, with the groups. Because, well, we've done air shows together, but, you come in and do your thing and then leave. And there was very little interaction between the teams. And now, we're here, and they have displays, and they're coming over here, and they're practicing for the show, and they're working on their displays and, setting in their displays, talking to people. And, it's just been really good. So, we've got to know each other, and it's just been a fantastic time. So, let me talk to you both, and I'll talk Jim first, and then Selene, you can answer as well. But can you tell us a little about your background and how you've become involved with Relay for Life?
I'll see if I can remember that. My first time on a relay track was in 2011. My mother passed away that spring, and a friend had invited me to come hear his DJ hour on relay radio. I guess it was T1 at that time, around on the track. And I was walking around the track. It was late at night, and a very nice woman came alongside me and said hello and introduced herself, and asked my story about why I would be on the Relay for Life track. And when I told her, she kind of put her arm around me, told me that it gets easier, but we never forget those that we've lost, and that she had lost her father and knew just how hard that was. And she suggested that Relay for Life would be a way for me to give back while I was healing. Well, the next year I formed a team with the people that I role played with and never looked back. I've just progressed on through. I guess this is my This is my 12th relay as a formal part of relay, and will
Wow.
be the 13th I participated in.
That's really great. Selene?
Yeah, I have been involved in relay online in Second Life, going on 6 years. It's not quite as long as Jim, but before that, I was involved in Relay for Life in real life.
Uh-huh.
My son and I got involved in Relay for Life after he had his bout with cancer, and then and so we did it together, and really liked it when I was in Second Life. I found it in Second Life and started getting involved there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And went from, I have a club. The club went from having a team to now that this is my, I've been a lead in one way or another for the past 4 years.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
think that would be it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So, needless to say, you're very busy, and it probably takes up a lot of your time, even out on the off season when you're not doing, when we're not officially relaying, I guess. And so, what what inspired you to take on this madness, this role of being the season lead?
For me, it's getting to know people of like minds.
Uh huh.
Getting to hear different people's stories, why
Mm-hmm.
they relay. That's one of the questions I like to ask people. Why do you relay?
Mm-hmm.
And for them, they open up to us and they share some of their most intimate stories of what they've gone through and how cancer has affected them and their family and why they actually relay. And to me, it humbles me.
Mm-hmm.
It I'm inspired by them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's something that every year I grow from. I don't feel like I may have the lead over my head, but I don't feel like I'm any different than anyone else that's
Mm-hmm.
here. We're all on the same team, all fighting the same fight.
Yes, that's yeah, very true.
And I got involved as a lead for a lot of the same reasons, because it helps us to, first of all, we hear all their stories. We very much believe in one-on-one contact with our teams. So Selene and I have been in contact. Selene and I, or one or the other of us, have been in contact with every team multiple times. And we very much believe that that one-on-one contact helps to build the community.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, we have worked on creating a united force that will fundraise, yes, but has a passion for fighting cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be a part of helping those people with a passion find the way to fight.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I mean, fundraising is just one part of it, really, when you think about
Right,
it.
right.
I mean, there's so much more to it, and the relationships and getting to know the people and hearing their stories. That's I'm hearing, working with the groups here now, I'm hearing stories that I didn't know. I've known some of these people for years, and I didn't know their story about cancer. And
One of the
so,
beauties of Relay for Life of Second Life is that we have become a family.
mm-hmm.
We support one another, and it's true. Nobody walks alone. Nobody fights alone. If somebody reaches out, there is someone there who is going to reach back and come alongside them and listen to their story, walk with them, either figuratively or really,
Mm-hmm.
and help them through. So Yes, we are a family, we are a community, and I think that bond, even though we're diverse and there's all different kinds of people from all different walks of Second Life, that diversity makes us strong, and our ability to reach out past that diversity and be truly one single unit fighting cancer.
Yeah,
That makes us stronger.
that's good. That's really good. So we talked a little bit before, but can you describe a successful relay or some story that really sticks out in your mind in your years of doing this?
I've, I've got a story that sticks out in my mind, and then I'll let Celine tell the second part of the story.
Okay.
Okay. Both of us, I experienced this once before, but Celine experienced it on the 14th of April. And if you were there, Luke, I think you probably were. In 2013,
Mm-hmm.
we were going for 2 million US dollars having
Mm-hmm.
raised in our total amount of time here. And the relayers absolutely refused to allow the committee to proceed with the closing ceremony until we had raised that $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
And people were renting kiosks, people were setting up more luminaria to pay, the money was flowing in. Poor Dwayne was trying to keep track of the convio coming in, and by golly, we got to that $2 million mark. And
Yeah.
the spirit that was there, you could feel it. You could
Mm-hmm.
feel it through the fiber optic cables.
Mm-hmm.
It was palpable. And that spirit defined for me what the spirit of relay was. And it was one of the high and shining moments in the relay that I remember. And the other one was also equally high and shining. I've been fortunate to have two of those experiences, but I'm going to let Celine tell about this one because she was a part of it too.
Are you talking about the 5 million?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
This year, since Relay has begun in Second Life, we reached 5 million US dollars raised
Mm.
in Second Life.
Mm-hmm.
And, a lot of people look at Second Life as being a game, a place to go and just play and have fun. And it is, and to explore, and it is. But we can say that in this so-called game, 500 real U.S. dollars was 5 million U.S. dollars was raised to go towards American Cancer Society and what all they do. And we were all talking, and we knew we were getting close. And like she said, you could feel the electricity going through everyone. And all of a sudden, we knew we had like 250,000 lindens to go, and all of a sudden it went down to we met the goal. I mean, just at the snap of a finger, and everybody was going, "What? What happened?" And
Fireworks
what
started
happened?
coming off, noises started happening.
And what happened was one of our relayers had saved up $250,000, and they waited until it got to that $250,000, and I
Wow.
mean lindens, and stuck it in a kiosk and said, "We're
Mm.
done. We done it."
There we go,
And
redone.
that to see everybody just so stoked and excited, and that to me says it all, along with seeing each team come together for the same goal. And that's why we keep saying one team.
One
We're
team.
one team. We may have 178 teams out there, but we're one team because we're all fighting for the same common goal. And to see it actually happen before you, it it there's just no words to describe
It's
it. I mean,
amazing.
yeah,
Mm.
it's just an amazing feeling.
And Luke, we've raised about 165,000 US dollars since that happened.
Really? Wow. That's
Yes.
pretty amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Fantasy Fair raised over 119,000 US dollars in 18 days' time.
Wow. That's pretty good. That's really good.
That's really good.
So, what's some of the biggest challenges you've faced doing this? Hard question.
Challenges?
Yeah.
Selene, what's our biggest challenge? Is it having enough time to accomplish everything we want to accomplish?
That and Second Life is made up of people in different countries, different, you know, and so sometimes language can be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
The way that we taught, we have our,
Right.
little HUDs that we can use, but sometimes that can be a challenge because words that we say is not necessarily how they would understand it. It's just a little barrier there. So for us, we want them to totally understand what we're saying, but sometimes we always break through, and it's always a good thing, but that can be a challenge. But yeah, as she said, having enough hours in the day to get done what we want to get done, and the time differences, from the
Right.
different countries, us needing to be there at different times of the day and night.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's amazing. The time schedules are something else.
Right, right.
And this year we have 178 teams so
Wow.
far.
178.
Yes, we
That's
do.
amazing. I remember just a few years ago we were celebrating 60 teams or something,
Right,
and now
right.
178. Man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Success breeds success.
Yeah.
We're pursuing 400,000 right now, and however much over that we can raise is icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
But right now we've raised. Oh, let me look at the site real quick. We've raised 388,401 US dollars. That's 97,100,341 Linden.
That's pretty amazing.
It is absolutely amazing, and if you break that down, the average donation is like 40 cents.
Huh.
That goes into a kiosk.
Uh-huh. Wow.
So if you break that down, that's a lot of little donations.
Mm-hmm.
But it all adds up, and
Yep.
it's all important. We've got a Team Unity fundraising challenge going on right now. And the challenge was for the community, all of our teams together, to raise $25,000 in 15 days. It started on the 10th of May and it concludes on the 25th. And they have already raised over $18,000
Wow.
in a week's time.
Mm-hmm.
In the past 2 years, we've also done the same challenge, and they've always busted it open and raised almost double what we've asked for. So they asked us for a bigger challenge this year, so that's what we gave them. But I look for us to surpass that soon.
Yeah, that's great.
So if you're
Go ahead.
listening out there in Second Life, hit those kiosks.
Yeah. We have a challenge going on here. If you go down to the ground level, we're at 1,500 meters here where the museum's at. But if you go down on the ground level, we have 8. There's 8 hangars down there on this sim, and they all have a kiosk sitting in front of them. So the team that gets the most donations at their kiosk wins, and we have a sponsor that put up a cash prize for them, so they get some money for their team because there's some expense in doing this with their planes, and they have builders.
Right, nothing is free.
Yeah, and things like that. So yeah, so it's a good friendly competition here that teams are working on, and So yeah, that's really good stuff. And so, if somebody out there listening and they want to start a team or become part of a team, what would you tell them to do?
Well, if they would like to start a team, they could contact Celine Jashawn or Jim Sunkiller in World, and we could help them. Or they could go to relayforlife.org/Second Life and register their team there.
Okay. That's very simple to do.
Then we would quickly be in touch with them.
Yeah. Is it right now at this point, is it too late to start a team?
No.
Okay.
It's never too late.
Okay.
They could start a team. They can get their feet wet now in the weeks leading up to Relay Weekend. I think we've got 3.5 weeks left. And then next year, they'll be ready to roar out of the gate.
Awesome. Okay, I won't hold you ladies any longer. I know you're very, very busy, but I'll give you last words here. Is there anything else you'd like to say or ask or tell us?
Just one statement, and this is for the collective of everyone who is relaying. We are Relay. Every single one of us. We're
good.
one. Celine?
Something that I would like to stress is that, you see these kiosks with a lot of lindens in them, and you may see somebody throw in 1,000 lindens, 5,000 lindens, 500 lindens. Don't let that detour you from throwing in your 50 lindens or 10 lindens or whatever you can throw in, because every linden, every single linden matters. And your small donation is just as important as the bigger donations. Like we've been saying, we're one team, and every linden is just as important. So don't ever think that, I can't do what everybody else is doing. It does not matter. Even if you can't share a linden, but you can come and participate in the event and show support, that is supporting the American Cancer Society and Relay.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's all very important.
That is very, very true. And like I said, fundraising is only one part of it. There's education and awareness and
Outreach.
all kinds of outreach and all kinds of stuff going on here. So, also give us the dates and everything for the weekend coming up. And
go ahead, Jim.
Sorry, I almost forgot that.
Relay Weekend is the 10th and 11th of June, and our opening ceremony will start at 10 o'clock in the morning. We hope to have the teams on the regions by the 27th of May, so that they have a nice long time to build their campsites. So be watching Relay Volunteers and the Captains Group for information regarding all the dates and times involved in the build, but be sure to be there the morning of the 10th.
Okay, yes.
It's a life-changing event.
Yeah, it's a big ceremony. And how many regions will you have this year? Do you know?
36,
36,
I think.
Yeah.
I haven't gone through and counted them.
Wow. And it's so much fun just to go there and hang out with people and walk around the track, and you have people walking the track all weekend and
talking to people that you might never talk to in Second Life.
That's right.
And like Jim said, it's a life-changing event. It may be in Second Life, but it is a life-changing event.
It really is. Well, ladies, I do thank you so much for your valuable time here and talking with us, and it's been very informative. Like I said, I'll put a video up on our Fly for Life playlist on SL Aviation Network, and you can share it with anybody. And my stream listeners here on MTFB Radio, thank you for tuning in here. We got another show coming up here in just about an hour with live singer Charisse down on the stage, so I'm going to play some tunes here while we get ready for that. And Gem and Selene, thank you so much, and I'll see you
Thank you
very
for
soon.
having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.